Hello, and welcome to the Roughneck Minute, a Movies by Minute podcast where we go over the movie Starship Troopers 1 minute at a time. I'm your host, Johan.
And I'm your other host, Matthew.
And we are at minute 95, where we see two great main characters lose their lives in a fight against the bugs. It's a very, very Black Armband episode, people. This is one where we get our Emmys.
Oh, man. Emmys, really?
Alright, so it's 95. It begins with Radshik telling Rico, "You know what to do." And it ends with Diz being broken relatively free from a warrior bug. So it is a Black Armband episode, unfortunately. Right off the top of my head, right about now, Matt. You did this to me, I'm doing it to you. What is your most memorable main character death?
Oh, God. In like any kind of media?
Let's go movies.
Main character death. I'd have to go Qui-Gon.
Okay, that is good.
Because, I mean, like, okay, so the prequels came out like in 1999. I was maybe about 14 years old when that movie came out. This was like, I remembered everything that my stepdad told me about Star Wars and everything. I was super, like, legit ready to watch a new, trilogy of Star Wars. And Liam Neeson kind of was one of my favorite actors at the time. Like, he did a lot of good stuff, and I loved him in a lot of things. And having him as a Jedi, oh man, that was awesome. And then he dies. I mean, I didn't want that. That was depressing to me. I pretty much said, so, Ewan McGregor's reaction to Qui-Gon's death in the movie is pretty much my exact, scene for scene or word for word reaction in the movie theater when that happened. 14-year-old Matt was just devastated at the death of Qui-Gon.
Okay.
What about yours?
See, I'm going with memorable, like something that's just like, oh my god, I can't believe that's gonna happen in this type of movie. Because Phantom Menace, I kind of saw that one came out in 2003.
I thought it was 1999.
Oh, that's right, 99. All right, scratch that. Sorry, redo that. It did come out in 99. That was the year I graduated high school. Actually, 98.
Which is it, Johan?
Yeah, no, I graduated in 98, but I remember seeing it, like, briefly afterwards. Sorry, it's getting late. Anyways, for me, I didn't think Qui-Gon was as impactful because I knew that Obi-Wan had to become a Jedi from being a Padawan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the rightful successor type of thing. I knew this was going to happen. That eventually was going to happen, so I wasn't too attached to Qui-Gon. I really was paying attention to Obi-Wan more because of the previous trilogy. I wanted to see what happened to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Like basically, how did it all happen? What was the time between Obi-Wan and Anakin and all that? So
yeah, I was more along the lines of like, hey, this is a cool new character. We're going to get some cool character development. This is going to be awesome. Why haven't we heard of him in the extended universe or anything else? Oh, that's why, because he's dead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you know what I mean? Like, I knew someone there was going to die, but I knew Obi-Wan was going to live.
Yeah.
So for me, it was already telltale, like, oh, well, I know Obi-Wan's going to live this fight. But obviously, you have to raise the stakes. So I had a feeling that Qui-Gon was going to die at this point. My big one, and I know this is going to be a bit controversial, but this is the one that I was just like literally sitting in the theater going like, holy, I can't believe that person died. It is Gray Edwards from Spirits Within.
Okay.
I know people hate this movie. I love it. I like this movie. But when he died and didn't come back to life, I was just like kind of, it changed the way a Hollywood movie was for me.
I mean, it technically wasn't a Hollywood movie just because it was made by Japanese businessmen, pretty much. But yeah, I get it. Like, you have a love interest, kind of side character, like secondary character, and he's just gone.
Yeah, and being at like Final Fantasy, like the video games, everyone's complaining, "Where's the magic? Where's the summons? Blah blah blah." Shut up. There weren't any summons in the first Final Fantasy, so
there were also no Moogles.
Yeah, so I don't know why those people were complaining. You got pretty much everything that happened in the first. Well, you got the ideas of the first Final Fantasy. You didn't have to have everything, so those people complain for no reason, in my opinion. But he was part of Gaia for a moment there, and why didn't he come back to life? It just ended in such a cold way that for me that was my holy crap, I can't believe this person died type of moment.
And I mean, pretty much the same kind of reaction I had for Aerith, so go suck on that.
Yeah, I know. If we were going to go through any media, oh my god, the list is
it's Aerith. Come on.
Yeah, that is. I never finished 7 for the longest time because I thought there was a way that she could stay alive. Because there was that rumor. There was a way that she doesn't die. You level her high enough that she gets the actual spell of Gaia and she won't die. But obviously it was false. They sort of timed stuff like no internet or not big amount of internet to confirm anything. So yeah, Aerith, yeah, number 1. Worst main character death in media. Because what game makes you lose the healer? At least part of the story. Like, not D&D. D&D healers die.
I mean, one that you're going to get a secondary healer eventually. I mean, not Dragon Age. What is it called? Fire Emblem. You lose a lot of people all the time.
Yeah.
But that's Fire Emblem. I mean, you would kind of expect that.
Yeah, main characters die all the time.
Yeah. Man, like, what else? Like, I can't think of any other movie where the main character dies. And, I was really hoping that it wasn't going to be when I first was watching it, because I wanted to watch it really bad, and I was hoping it wouldn't end like this. And thankfully it didn't. But Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
I was hoping that Indy wouldn't die and, stupid Shia LaBeouf wouldn't take over. And thankfully it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at least they got something right in that movie.
Yeah, it was a long shot, but they did get something right.
And you know what? I legitimately do like that movie. It is dumb as hell, and it makes little to no sense, especially while Shia LaBeouf is like just, gallivanting through the jungle, swinging with monkeys and everything. But I enjoy it, and it's fun and stupid, the kind of same way I enjoy watching 2012 or what is it? And not Edge of Tomorrow. Is it Edge of Tomorrow? No. The one where they have the wave that comes into New York. Day After Tomorrow.
The one with John Cusack?
No, that's 2012.
Oh, that's 2012?
That's with
Day After Tomorrow's the one that has the movie trailer poster with the frozen New York, correct?
Yeah, that's Jake Gyllenhaal and what's his face?
Never saw it.
Yeah, it is okay. It is not bad, but it's dumb.
We went over this that I'm not a big fan of disaster movies.
And I absolutely love them. That's one of the other things that I would want to do. Yeah, I mean, like, that was a Roland Emmerich movie, and if we were to do, like, another Movies by Minute movie, it'd either be Mean Girls, as we've discussed, or a Roland Emmerich movie, because, I mean, you hate him, but I absolutely love when he decides that he wants to destroy the world. Okay,
I'm looking at his movie list, or his filmography.
Let's do it.
So, there's a couple I can't agree with. Absolutely, I can 100% agree with a couple of them. Universal Soldier, yes. I can absolutely agree with that movie. JCVD, I would love to do a movie by minute of that. All right, Independence Day, we've already spoken about that. One that I can say no, Godzilla, no.
Oh, come on, you don't want to do the Zilla version?
No. Absolutely not.
1998 Puffy's remix of Cashmere. Come with
no.
me.
That was horrible. Nope. Patriot? No. I don't care if Heath Ledger's in it. No. Eight-Legged Freaks? Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I can do Eight-Legged Freaks. That is...
The problem is I can't.
Really?
I'm arachnophobic.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm okay with, I'm okay with getting freaked out with, like, the small little spiders in arachnophobia, but something about watching Eight-Legged Freaks just makes my skin crawl.
All right.
Even worse than arachnophobia.
All right. I can understand that. And there's just a couple on here that's not worth doing. We will never do Trade. I'm sorry. We'll never do that.
That's fine.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go over that minute by minute.
That's fine. I don't plan on doing that either.
So, anyways. So, it looks like the only one that I can absolutely agree with we can both agree on is Universal Soldier.
Shh, man, that's such a good movie.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing movie.
Or we can do Soldier. The Kurt Russell one. That one's pretty cool. Man, I gotta stop it right now just because we need to get back to this minute. You need to stop deflecting of what's happening.
You're the one that brought up this moment.
We need to stop deflecting.
All
What
right.
happens? What happens in this minute, Johan?
All right. So, Rashek tells Rico, you know what to do. And we've already gone over exactly what's going to happen. We've seen it happen before, and he does exactly that. He says, yes, sir. He takes his rifle, takes a direct shot right into basically just the sternum of Rashek. Just takes him out, one shot. Blood's pumping out like a fountain. Rashek he's killed in action at this point. I wouldn't say it's friendly fire. This one is a mercy kill. It sucks.
And he basically did the exact same thing that he did to Gillespie, and he wanted it to happen.
Yeah. It does suck because of Oh, god damn you, Matt. All right, sorry. All right. To all the people who are listening out there, Matt just sent me the link to In the Arms of an Angel by Sarah McLachlan.
I'm going to underlie it under this episode as well, too, while we're talking about it.
I hate you, Matt.
It's a depressing episode, man. I
know. I can't believe
in the last episode.
I can't believe this 1 minute encapsulates these two deaths. It sucks.
Okay, so we don't have a death. We only have one death in this episode. We have a maiming in this episode, but not a death.
We all know what's happening.
I understand. I mean, it just hasn't happened yet. We can still live with it. Kind of like we can still live with Carmen not being here still.
That I can live with.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the one part that's different in the script of how this happens. All right, I told you this was different. I was going to hold off on this minute. So here's how it happens. Let's go. Rashek picks up his or Johnny tells him instead of that whole thing, you know what to do. Rashek tells him, Rico, tell him to glass this goddamn planet. I've never seen so many bugs upstairs at the same time. So obviously this wave that happened was supposed to be unique to the film. That's why we had that scene of all those bugs come up, because there's kind of been that idea that they've been burrowing underground, but they've never all come up to the surface like this. And they have talked about the fabled Bug City, which comes up later on in another minute. So Johnny says, we're not leaving you here, sir. So they had intentions of pulling him back to the boat. Rashek tells him, this is my farm. Get on the boat. Now that's an order.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny says, give him hell, sir, and leaves him there. So Rashek picks up his pulse rifle and he checks the power, and Rashek just starts opening fire, taking out whatever he can to protect the boat. And then at one point the bugs just swarm him. Rashek
It's pretty much a Sugar Watkins death.
Yes. This is Rashek's lines, so it doesn't need to be mediced out. Come on, you son of a bitches. There's no bug alive that can kill a real man. And then that's it. He like screams out.
What did he say? It's like the end of Sopranos. You don't even know what he says.
I know. So at the boat, Dizzy turns to look back at Rashek. Hopper swoops down on Dizzy, its claws ripping into her abdomen. That's the different thing that happens.
Okay.
Dizzy screams, get it off me, get it off me, get it off. And Johnny blows the bug off her back. Blood sprays from a deep gash wound in her neck. Yeah. So it's a little bit more like these two things happen. It happens in the same minute that we have, but also in the script it happens back to back. These are two very important people to Johnny that just happen right in front of his eyes, less than 30 seconds apart. And in a movie, it is just about 30 seconds apart as well.
Yeah.
So the rest of the lines are stuff that happens in the next minute. But so I'm just keeping track of these two moments here because they are in the same minute. It's incredible that they're both back to back in a script and in a movie, even in a different translation of the script to the movie, they're still back to back. They could have changed something up, something else, make it a little bit different. No, they kept it pretty honest to the script. It's heartbreaking. It sucks. Let's continue.
So I actually want to bring up something too. Because I read the book when I was younger, I actually knew that Dizzy was going to die.
Yeah, I didn't read the book, so
because the very first chapter in Starship Troopers, I think it's Private Dizzy, that is a dude actually instead of a girl. He dies, so I kind of knew that Dizzy was gonna die.
Oh,
I kind of expected it. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. I didn't know that it was gonna be back to back like this. But she does get a great kill before she goes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, 34:15 is just the final moments of Rashek. Johnny shoots one round and quickly runs off. You know, he doesn't want to hang around to this scene. Not necessarily like trying to save himself, but you don't want to be around this that long. Yeah, it's not quite like the if anybody's seen The Office, the Schrute funeral tradition. Have you ever seen the Office?
I remember the final episode where they get married in their own graves because that's going to be the inevitable end anyway, and the only way they're going to get out of that contract.
Yeah.
But no, I don't remember the funeral part.
Okay, so the funeral part was for Schrute's, Dwight Schrute's great aunt, if I can remember. But anyways, so there's this fear that you want to make sure you don't accidentally bury a relative, because one of them apparently was found with scratch marks on a casket. So instead of double checking, like slapping or something like that, he unloads two shotgun blasts onto the face of the person just to make sure they're absolutely dead.
Wow.
So not quite like in Starship Troopers. He takes one round and he runs off. He knows he has a job to do and he can't linger on the sadness of the scene, because remember, he did look up to him like a father.
Yeah.
He's taken advice from him, like pretty much like his growing years. So Diz kind of looks on. They run away, and at 20-second mark, this is only 4 seconds after he just put a round through his surrogate father. At this point, a tanker comes out of the ground, and they all look back and see this monster. This time, Rico doesn't have a surface to climb on to jump onto the back of the tanker.
Nope. Instead, Dizzy does what she does best. Actually, no, I'm gonna repeat that. Nope. In fact, Dizzy does something completely and utterly amazing. I do have a problem with her biting the grenade and taking off the pin that way, because you don't do that. You're gonna hurt your teeth. But it looks cool, I suppose. But, people actually don't do that. They don't pull the pin with their teeth. But she lobs it and just hits the mark really, really well.
Yeah, Diz has only a few seconds to think about what she's going to do, and she decides to be a hero.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, 3425, we actually have a really, really cool CGI'd scene of the tanker coming out of the ground. And she's just standing there. She's waiting. She knows exactly what she's waiting for. She's encountered a tanker bug. She knows what she has to wait for.
Mm-hmm.
So, right here at 3430 or 29, the tanker kind of lets out like a scream of some sort. It may seem weird that a bug is letting out some sort of war cry, but remember we've also heard it with the hopper where it sounds a little bit like an elephant for some reason.
Yeah.
3430, she kind of throws a lobbing throw type of thing. I don't know what to call that type of throw. I mean, you see it as a standard type of toss for a grenade. You don't see him throw it overhand. You don't see him throw it from the side. It seems to come from the back, and you kind of arch it over your head in a certain way. Definitely want to hear from someone in the armed service of why this is a standardized toss, because I have no idea.
I'm not sure exactly. I think it's more of a, like, you get the most leverage and the most kind of like cook time possibly in the air. So like when it lands, they don't really have that much time to. Again, just my theory, but
see, the only theory I have on it is you cradle the grenade from the bottom, so when you throw it like a catapult, there's no chance it's going to slip from your hand, or at least there's a minimal chance. That's my only theory, but I'm sure there has to be a reason why this is a standardized toss of a grenade. So the bug makes this gulping sound, and she definitely hit the mark. I guess the scene was to add just a little bit of humor to what was going to happen, because you see the bug gulp and the taser thing in the front all of a sudden sparks for a bit, and then the grenade blows, and a good one, like probably half of the thorax is gone, which I would say is just about right considering the amount of damage that Rico's grenade did on a tanker he blew up.
Yeah. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, these grenades are really effective against these tankers.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you get it inside of them, at least,
Yeah. So there's a scene where like the tanker starts to slowly drift back into the hole, and I see a goof.
Uh-oh, what do you see?
If you go to 3435, first off, the orange splotches right at the bottom. You can see it's just kind of layered on top of the scenery, but there's some floating goop over the hole.
Ooh.
So that's a little bit of a CGI mess up, but it's so brief that we probably would have never seen this on a big screen, but you only see it because you're analyzing it minute by minute.
Yeah.
So Diz is super happy about her kill, because of course that is a huge kill. That's a promotion kill as we've ever seen it.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely leveled up after that.
Yeah. But so she's running back. She's running, like she said, woohoo! And Johnny screams Diz, and here's that scene. Warrior Bug comes in the screen. Diz is all of a sudden, she's terrified because like, what am I missing? She turns around. The two scythes just come straight down on Diz. Puncturing most likely both her lungs at the same time.
Yeah, so this was actually one thing that Dina Meyer talked about in the commentary. She was telling Verhoeven, why would I be screaming? My lungs are punctured. And Verhoeven would just be like, no, just keep screaming. Just keep screaming. Who cares? Just scream. And, Dina Meyer would be like, but she can't. Her lungs are punctured. He's like, I don't care. Just do it.
I know. But this scene is so heartbreaking. Even in the theaters, I remember being heartbroken about this.
Mm-hmm.
So she immediately gets punctured. Oh, shoot. All right, so 34:45 is where you actually see the puncturing, but it seems the CGI kind of moves around a bit, probably because the bug stabbing was done on like X motion, but not supposed to be balanced on the fact that Diz is turning in a way.
Yeah.
So it's just a little goof, but I'm a little bit distracted about it. So, I mean, she did level up, but remember, you have to rest in order to level. So she gained the XP from the kill, but didn't get a chance to level up.
And also she would need at least, a short rest to, or, at least a long rest to relearn some of her spells as well, too.
Yeah. So she was still suffering from a couple fatigue points. There's definitely been a bit of HP loss, most likely. So had they gone to rest, maybe she would have survived this predicament. But that wasn't the case. They didn't have time to rest. She takes 4 stab wounds in this minute here. The bug is trying to, on its second stab, is trying to pull Diz to most likely throw her over the wall. Like all the other bugs have done.
Maybe, but I actually don't think so, just because the bug itself, I'm at 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 58 seconds, pretty much at the very end of this minute. It pulls out its left side and kind of is ready to stab her again, or stab her in the head or whatever, but the troopers shoot it off before it even hits, which is good marksman on them.
Yeah. No, but all the other bugs have thrown any soldier that they've caught back over the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we learned in the script is the worker bugs actually digest these bodies. And I think he's trying to do that. He's trying to throw this body over the wall so it could be broken down by the worker bug.
Script's not canon.
Yeah, but
I understand though. But yeah, I gotcha.
But we've seen it. We've seen the bugs throw bodies over the wall. So I
Bug
think
money.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like Johnny and Ace they know what the bug is trying to do. It's trying to get rid of the body, and they're trying to do whatever they can to save the body of Diz or save Diz in general. So yeah, there in the back you do see the scythe pull out of the body of Diz's right side, and it does look like it is going to throw one more stab at it because it doesn't care it's being hurt. It's going to make the kill. We've seen that in the 2 episodes ago, if I'm not mistaken, where it made the final kill on that soldier.
Yes.
So we know that it's just trying to finish off the kill. It doesn't matter if it's dying. And then right before the end of 34:58, we see 2 other troopers joining in on the fight. They're trying to take that bug down as quickly as possible and try and save Diz. And they shoot off the right scythe, and that's where the minute ends.
Yep.
Yeah. This couple minutes has been pretty grim. All right. So you have anything to add?
Not particularly, unfortunately.
All right, Matt. So where can they find you?
You guys can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at AltTabMatt from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, what have you. I'm on there. I'll add you, and then you can see all the dumb stuff I post.
You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at JDASHD26. You can also find me on Twitter at OMG It's Johan. You can follow us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Podcast Addict. Please rate and review us as well. Like and subscribe. Visit our website at theroughneckminute.podbean.com for show notes and back episodes. Follow us on Twitter at roughneckmin, M-I-N. You can continue the conversation on our Facebook group, the Roughneck Minute Billet. And I've been your host, Johan.
I've been your host, Matthew.
And soldier on, troopers.